everybody, it's Skeeter. Welcome to our next episode of Toybox TV. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at our next new Lego set for 2021. It contains road plates and it's called Family House. Here's the box for the set number 60291, Family House. It contains 388 pieces and it retails for $59.99. Here's the set, fully assembled. It came packaged in 5 pouches of bricks and it contained 2 instruction manuals. Let's take a close look. So as assembled, per the instructions and some of the box artwork, you have a father and son playing street hockey in the road out in front of the house. You have a family automobile. You have a sister with a dog. The dog is new for 2021. It's the Labrador, yellow Labrador. And then you have mom who is up on the deck grilling. You have some plants on the outside. And then you have some details on the inside. Let's not forget the solar panels up on the roof. On this side, you have a family kitchen with a blender so that mom can make her fancy designer shakes and smoothies made out of apples. In this room, you have a living room with a game controller and what looks to be an Ninjago video game. Then around this side, you have the other side of the carport. You have a bathroom, which is kind of cool, and a entertainment room of sorts, or maybe this is a bedroom without a bed, but it obviously belongs to one of the kids. And then you have a room upstairs with a double bed, presumably for mom and dad, although I'm really not sure. Out in the yard, you have some nice details, including a picnic table with hot dog. You have a vegetable garden and an Octan e-charging station and what looks like a tool rack with nominal tool. Also, dog poop. In fact, I believe the first instruction step was to apply the dog poop to a vacant yard. The car is really very simple. It's using some of the same translucent blue pieces to indicate that it's an electric charging vehicle. It's 4 studs wide, so it's not terribly big. The one thing that I don't particularly care about, and maybe I'm just splitting hairs here, and of course because I'm trying to do this single-handedly, it does have room for what looks like to be at least a couple passengers, but I really wish that the roof would have been joined together with a piece. I could probably remove the 2x4 plate from the floor and attach it under here, that way we don't lose any height. I just found putting this together and taking it apart to be a wee bit cumbersome, but you know, that's just me. Maybe children with smaller hands would probably not have a big deal with this, but I don't know. I just think it feels a little flimsy for what we paid to get this set in hand. This set, of course, features the new road plate system, and in this example, the people are playing street hockey in the middle of the street, and that's kind of cool. There were no printed tiles to emulate stripes down the road. For all we know, this could just be a very large driveway, although it looks like, in spite of having all this nice fancy paving in the set, the designers were fine to have a bumpy driveway in the carport. That I believe that's a carport, or it's a bumpy concrete patio. I don't know. So I don't know. I guess I might be a little critical to say that maybe a 16 by 8 piece of road plate would have actually gone really well in there, but then you would have ended up with a height issue and then probably would have had to bump that level up a little bit higher. Also, let's talk about one of the minor impracticalities of the house itself. I think it's great that they've included some living space for the family and I kind of think the bathroom was really well thought through. There's just some really nice details that went into this, but it's a family of 4 and only 1 bed for everybody to share. Seems a little awkward, I suppose. So, a few final thoughts on the set. I have to say, it was a pleasure to build. It probably took me about an hour. Of course, I was just taking my time. I like the style. I didn't think I would like it at first, but I do like the modern take on an urban house. And I can definitely appreciate the fact that Lego is adding some details such as solar panels on the roof, e-charging station. Even if these are things that kids may or may not have seen in their own house, it's going to give them a chance to see something in a play world and then kind of, cement it into their thought process that there are these things out there in the world that are designed to help preserve the environment and increase our standard of living and quality of life. So I think that's really cool that they've added those things. Also, one thing that I thought was really kind of cool was that each section is sort of modular. I think that's really more for the ease of the building as opposed to converting different levels of the house into different configuration, because you really can't do that with the set. But it is kind of worth noting that the building of the house, the actual process, was really very easy because it went together in segments. And so for that alone, I've got to give this thing like 2 thumbs up. I think that kids are going to get a big kick out of this set. One of the things that I did notice about it is that there's definitely a lack of, let's just call them play features, where you hit a lever and something happens, something like a wall falls out or something blows up. You don't have anything like that in this set. This is purely everything to do about pretending to live in a house in a city and all the activities of daily living. There's a paint bucket and a paintbrush in there. There's a guitar for someone to play. Upstairs in this room, there's what looks to be a radio and a sparring sword of some sort, a poster on the wall, and a trophy. So you can kind of create all sorts of scenarios about what it's like being in this family, and that becomes the play feature of this set, as opposed to mechanical gimmicks and things that end up driving up the cost of a set. This also becomes a set that can apply to both boys and girls, because both boys and girls can relate to living in a house and having a family and having activities to do in their house. So I think a set like this can actually help bridge the gap for both boys and girls in terms of what kinds of Lego City sets they may find attractive. And that concludes our look at Lego 60291 Family House. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of the set. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and a like. Also consider subscribing to our channel to receive more content from us in the future. Visit us at www.skeeterstoybox.com to shop for Lego and more toys at our web store online and also at our shop in Putnam, Connecticut. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.